In this episode of the 2018 Diesel Power Challenge, presented by XDP, it's time to go heads-up drag racing. Each of our competitors will have their shot at qualifying, and then we will place the top 8 on a ladder for heads-up elimination. After winning the last 2 events, all eyes will be on Cody Cook to see if his Chevrolet Silverado 2500 HD will yet again top the standings.
Qualifying is now set after an hour of open qualifying. A number of the competitors only took one trip down the racetrack and they're happy. Some of them decided to take 2 or 3, either to get their truck or maybe get their driving technique sorted out. 3 big surprises. Andrew Morrison is number 1. That's a surprise. Cody Cook, the guy with the most powerful truck on the planet, at least this week, he's number 7. But the biggest surprise, Garrett Osane's truck broke in qualifying. I do not believe he's going to be able to get it back in time for the race, but we're going to catch up with him in just a little bit and find out what happened. One of the favorites after the first 3 events all of a sudden now goes by the wayside in drag race qualifying. Garrett Osane, what happened?
Looks like we broke an input shaft about the 1,000 foot there, so I'm going to try and go get it swapped out, get back before the obstacle course is over.
You think you can fix it and be back by the end of the day?
I think it's possible. If not, we'll be back and ready to sled pull tomorrow.
Well, they are in good shape after the first 3. It's going to be mad thrash time. Everybody says in this event you can get a mulligan and still have a shot at the championship. You shouldn't be talking to me. Go to work. You got a truck to fix.
Yes, sir. We're on our way.
He's got himself a very good truck. If they can get it back for the obstacle course, that might be the comeback of the year. Okay, it's time to go drag racing. The first pair to pull up are going to feature the number 1 and the number 8 qualifiers. Andrew Morrison, he's going to be on the left side, the number 1 qualifier, and Travis Richards. Now, Travis made more runs than anybody else down the racetrack and still hasn't quite found the sweet spot on that truck. The good news for Travis, every run he made, he improved. The bad news for Travis is he's still a long ways, like 3 seconds off the pace of Andrew Morrison. But remember, reaction times are key in this, and getting your truck spooled up, ready to go, and staged is also going to be a little bit of an adventure, I think. This is uncomfortable territory, or unfamiliar waters, if you will, for a number of the guys here at the Diesel Power Challenge 2018. Travis in the right lane. Remember, he's the guy that's got the clutch. He's in, he's ready, he's spooled up. And Travis rolled the beam and lit the red light. That is an automatic win for Andrew. Travis had the truck spooled up. You could see he was kind of inching his way forward in the beam, but he never stopped. He pulled in, he staged, then he deep staged, and then he rolled through before the tree came down. That is a foul. That is a disqualification, and 13-27, Andrew Morris knew he had that race won, I believe, or I hope he just took his foot off the gas. I hope he didn't break his truck on a race that had already been decided on the red light. And our second pair in the drag race competition is going to feature a couple of Fords. Well, at least on the outside, remember, Shane Merriman, that's the green machine. That has a 5.9-liter Cummins under the hood. It's kind of a hybrid that he put together. Zach Scholl's over in the left lane in truck number 8. That's that later model Ford Power Stroke. Got to get in. No, he did not get staged. This is going to be an automatic win for Shane. His green light is on. This race is over. We talked about it in the drivers' meeting at the beginning. Courtesy stage would be in effect, and you also would not be allowed to hang somebody out. Shane was staged. Zach did not get staged in time. That is a red light disqualification, and Shane Merriman's going to get the win and just idle down the racetrack. I mentioned before that the drag strip, not exactly the comfort zone for a lot of these drivers. 2 of them bit by the red light here in round number 1. 1 because he rolled through, and 1 because he did not get staged in time. That was all part of the drivers' meeting. They talked about get together with your opponent, talk about how much time you're going to need, what your strategy is going to be, but Zach did not get staged in time. And our third pair in the first round pulling up right now. Trey Hutton is in the white truck. And Cody Cook. Now, Cody qualified down on the number 7 spot, but it really looked like he did not have that thing pumped up. Both of them spooling up now. They're sitting in pre-stage. When one of them lights that bottom, there we go. Now the clock is starting. Cody's got to get in, and he does. Ready to go. Oh, reaction time goes big over here to Trey Hutton. Cody's got a lot of power in that truck. What he doesn't have is enough real estate. Watch the scoreboard top end, 1171, 119 miles an hour. Cody goes down here in round number 1. Trey Hutton got the jump on the starting line and was able to hold off all the way down to the finish line stripe. So Trey Hutton takes down Cody Cook here in round number 1. You've got to call that a tremendous upset after what we saw Cody's truck do, both on the dyno and in the trailer pull. Trey left first. Trey got there first. Trey won the race. Just to keep all of our watchers up to date, there was a little discussion about that pair a moment ago when Shane Merriman won after Zach Scholes did not get staged in time, was counted out on the red light. They appealed to the race director, but no, that was the answer that came down. It's drag racing. There's no do-overs. That is wound up tight. Alan Burke has been cranking that thing for 60 feet. I sure wouldn't want to be the transmission in that truck. They now both pull in and stage. Alan pulls in. Over on the other side, Cody Pulliam. Both of them spin the tires a little bit. Alan's truck goes sideways. Cody looks like he's having some issues down there as well. But Cody is going to get the better of it here. And once the smoke clears, you'll see the number on the scoreboard, 1260 for Cody Pulliam. Alan Burke had that thing wound up a long ways before he got up to the starting line. And when it was time to smash the gas, the truck kicked sideways. His race was over, and our final 4 is set. Andrew, you got by round 1 fairly easily when Travis had problems up there on the starting line red lit, but you look like you're taking this drag race competition pretty serious.
Yeah, that's what we came out here to do. Through the whole event, we've tried to take it very serious. We've had some setbacks with the condition of how the truck's set up, but this is something we do plan to take very serious in what we do.
Is the truck happy now? Have you got a truck that can win now that you're in the semifinals?
Well, we'll see. I mean, I'm feeling really good about today, about this portion of the track. I feel like we're going to come ahead. Just trying to keep her cool and keep it running strong like it's been doing.
He is the number 1 qualifier, and 2 of his potential biggest threats are no longer in competition. Shane, I think your matchup was a classic case of guys that aren't used to the way a drag race works. You got in, you got ready, you were stage ready to go. Zach didn't quite get in time and got counted out.
Well, I don't know how to say that, but I'm sure he's drag raced before. I mean, I hate to, if I had a chance, I could rerun, but rules, are rules, and hopefully next competition, it's a strong truck, so he's going to do real good.
Did you take it easy on your run knowing that the race was already in hand?
Well, at first I wanted to make sure that it was legit, so I asked the guy, I said he red lit, so I wanted to save the truck, and I just kind of coasted the rest of the track.
He's in the final 4 right now. Well, I'm sure everybody's familiar with the old David and Goliath story. You must feel a little bit like David right now.
Yes, I do. Got a big thank you to Lucas with Calibrated. The man put a tune together that we haven't ran. It's the first time that tune's ever been down a track, and it exceeded well beyond what it needed to.
Have you drag raced much? Because you had a better reaction time by quite a bit, and that played a difference in the race. He actually ran a little quicker than you did, but you were still out in front.
I've done a little bit more. I do believe Cody's had more, or we might be equal. I do a lot of underground courses up in Montana that don't follow NHRDA rules, so I've had quite a bit of experience in this pickup in the last 2 years. So,
you going to have anything for the other Cody in the next round?
I don't know. I'm tired of racing my friends.
Isn't everybody out here friends?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Cody, you're in the semifinals. I guess 1 down or 2 to go, huh?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I say blew the tires off the 60 foot when I hit the spray, so I might lay off the spray a little bit until a little bit longer. And I don't know, Chuck's happy. I'm happy. I want to get to the finals.
I got to believe that 2 of the favorites, Garrett having problems, and he's out trying to fix his truck right now, and then Cody Cook getting beaten round 1. All of a sudden, this looks like a wide open affair. Anybody's race.
Yeah, it's anyone's race. And I say it sucks that he hurt the trans and everything because me and him were right neck to neck in all the competitions with it. So it sucks that he's going to get a DNF. I say sucks.
Trey said, I hate picking on my friends. Do you feel the same way about him?
Yeah, I hate doing it. And say I told him I'm gonna spray it as soon as I hit that 60 foot again. If not, I'll wait out and try to back half him if he gets, because he's good at the light. So as long as I get a good tree, then I think we'll be good.
These 2 trucks should be a pretty good race in the final 4. We are getting set to go into round number 2 of the drag race competition, and here's the way they're going to match up. It's going to be the number 1 qualifier and the number 4 qualifier. That's the match we've got right here with Andy Morrison in the left side, Shane Merriman in the right side. The other side of the ladder has got Trey Hutton going up against Cody Pulliam. We'll see those 2 momentarily. Spooling up, the black smoke already starting to fly out of the big Ford. Number 1 qualifier lined up in the left lane. Here we go, staged up and ready. Merriman spins the tires bad, and then looks like his truck is slowing down out there in the mid-course. Impossible to see through all these clouds of smoke, but when the smoke does clear, the scoreboard says the winner is going to be your number 1 qualifier. Andrew Morrison advances to the final round, even though it was not easy and it was not pretty. But better to win ugly than lose pretty, no question. Now look at the speed. Again, from my vantage point, lost in the smoke, but something definitely happened to Andrew's truck at the finish line. It's only going 86 miles an hour, and Shane Merriman was closing in a hurry at 112 miles an hour, but he just ran out of room. Both drivers have problems. Andrew Morrison gets the win, and he will go on to the final to race the winner of our next matchup. And our second pair. Normally, when you look at a ladder and see the number 1, 2, 3, and 4 qualifiers all advanced, you would think to yourself, okay, yeah, that's kind of routine. But the first round was anything but, and that last pair was certainly anything but. Trey Hutton in the white truck. He got a big jump on the starting line last time, and that helped him to win the race. He and Cody are very good friends. They both said so. You know what? You can be friends back in the pits. You are not going to be friends when you've got 3 bulbs lit, and now there are 3. Trey needs to bump in. Now we're set and ready. Watch to see which truck moves first. Oh, both of them kind of lazy on the leave. Trey's truck literally didn't move when it was time to go, just barely idled off the line. Cody Pulliam's wasn't a whole lot better, but Cody is going to get the win, 13:38. And again, it wasn't pretty, but it was enough to get the job done. 15:16 comes up on the number on the scoreboard for Trey Hutton, and Trey's truck, something definitely wrong with it right on the starting line. It just barely moved at this end of the racetrack. By the time it got some momentum, it was too late. He was not going to catch Cody Pulliam. So the final round is set. It's going to be the number 1 qualifier and the number 3 qualifier, Andrew Morrison and Cody Pulliam, for the drag race competition here in the Diesel Power Challenge 2018. Andrew Morrison's now going to head into the final round, but that didn't look like your best run. What happened out there?
I just decided, I saw that I got ahead, and I just decided there's no reason to keep hurt the truck, and might as well just go ahead and let out and keep everything cool and not try to kill it if we don't have to.
You and Cody in the final round, give me a preview.
Basically, I'm going to come up, do what I've been doing, except this time, there's not going to be any letting out. We're just going to hold it down and try to run the best we can do.
Final round, you need this to get back in the thick of this competition, don't you?
Yeah, we don't need it. We have to have it, and that's what we came here to do. This is what we do, for a living. This is what we do with our shop. So this is what we plan to prove out here.
Well, Cody said he can step up. Remember, this is the number 1 qualifier. So far, he's been the only truck in the 10s. If he needs it, he's got it. Cody doing a decompression with the crew here. 30-minute to cool down. I think both the trucks need that before you go into the final round. That last one looked like a case of you made less mistakes than he did, because neither one of you had a great run.
Yeah, both of us didn't. And so he thinks he hurt the converter. I was in 2-wheel drive, didn't even think about it. So we're going to do our best. We're going to try to cool down the truck a little bit and just give it all.
You were in 2-wheel drive, you just switch it back and forth and forgot?
Yeah, because on the turn, it's really hard. When I lowered the torsion keys and everything, it's hard for me to turn. So at the end of the track, I hit it in 2-wheel, and I totally spaced. I was in 2-wheel.
That would explain why it smoked the tires on the starting line. Are you going to have anything for Andrew in the final?
I'm hoping. I'm going to give it all.
Get it cooled down and get it ready to go. You've got some time. All right, the final round, getting ready to pull up. Check Cody Pulliam's guys. They have got a person on all 4 tires holding a rag. In this drag race competition with the trucks, they are not doing burnouts to clean the tires off. And so what the team wanted to do is make sure that there's no sand, no debris, no anything that could potentially create a traction problem. Cody did in the last round forget to put it back in 4-wheel drive. I guarantee you everybody has double-checked him now. Andrew in the left side was the number 1 qualifier. Let's see who gets the jump on the starting line. They're both in and ready to go. Oh, big time move. Andrew had the fastest truck. I think he's going to need it if he wants to catch Cody. Nope, and Cody's truck quits making smoke out there in the middle of the race course. I guess it didn't. 11:68 comes up on Cody's looking through the cloud down here at the starting line. It looked like his truck slowed in the middle, but no, even a hole shot couldn't hold off a 10.96. for Andrew Morrison. The #1 qualifier had the performance and needed every bit of it, and he will win the drag race competition. 11:68, 124 miles an hour, and a huge hole shot for Cody just wasn't enough to hold off that screaming Dodge Ram. Andrew, you said you had to have this. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, I knew I had to have it. You know, his is a great running truck. He did a really good job. You know, but I knew right away when I come up to the line that this is it. This was my time to shine and do what I came here to do.
He got the jump at the light, and for a long ways, he was out in front of you. The performance of this truck was able to track him down.
Yeah, I was having issues with my spool jet trying to get it off the line, and then when the tree dropped, it finally caught up with it, and then as soon as the chargers lit, you know, it dug pretty good.
You've got to have that boost ready when you leave the starting line. And the corrected altitude here today at Denver is 8,900 feet above sea level. That's why you need to add a little extra oxygen. The action on the drag strip concludes here on day number 3 of the Diesel Power Challenge 2018. And it's Andrew Morrison, the #1 qualifier, who went the distance, but he needed every ounce of performance that truck had in the final round. We also broke one, and there are a couple of guys that are thrashing on their trucks right now, hoping they can get them back in time to be part of the cone course. That's going to be coming up next. But the trailer pull and the drag race are in the books. We're one step closer to crowning this year's champion.